Hello, this is HighZealot here and welcome to Kancolle second Operation SN E-1 report. So this is our Operation SN, but second Operation SN, which did not historically happen. Operation SN itself is the Japanese plan to establish air bases in the Southern Solomon Islands. I don't really know much about it, and that's about it. So E-1 is, well, it's the preparation for second Operation SN. Which is in this event has a lot of ship locking. E-1 already has ship locking, so first things to note, E-1, you need at least 2 destroyers and 1 light cruiser. Those are minimum. As always, I'm doing this on hard, and as you can see, the boss is the destroyer team. So let's talk about ship locking. First of all, E1 and E2 share a ship lock. Let's call it the blue tag. This blue tag, you know, it can only be used in E1 and E2, and nowhere else except E7. E7 being the final map, which has no restrictions except it cannot have any ships with the orange tag, which is E5 only. So any girls who have sorted onto E5 cannot be used for E7. Well, I haven't even gotten that far because I'm recording this right immediately after E1, because what's the point of a report if I end up uploading it after the event? So yeah, E1, there's a special case about E1 which you'll see fairly soon after this map. So the first node, A node, it's very simple, just destroyers and a light cruiser. That's it, nothing else, no problems at all. Branching rules, however, are if you have a submarine in the fleet, you go to the B node. If you have a carrier in the fleet, you go to the C node. D node is random if you do not have a submarine or a CV, and then F node is you don't pass the line of sight check. And there is one other case. If you have Kikusuki in your fleet, you guarantee you go to D node, and D node is not a sortie node, it's an ammo node, you get ammo. And there's a very good reason why you do not want to go to node B, which you're about to see in just a second. The B node, as you're about to see, has 5. But 5 of those are abyssals. 3 of those abyssals are battleships. Now at the time of when I first started E1, I didn't have a Kikusuki because, you know, it's, you know, I did, before I bought my first ship slot, I did go through a lot of, you know, dismissals. But you can see there's clearly a problem. Because this is I mean, you've seen it. You don't need to know the rest. It's already clear I went back. But now, you see I have Kikusuki. I just told you I didn't have it. What did I do? Well, you've seen my resources, it's all maxed out almost. It's practically maxed out for box A. So I just spammed constructions and instant builds until I got her. So right now you can tell she's not even Kai, she's really low level. But she does not have to be Kai, just put her in flagship and she should be fine. Because it's only one battle. I mean, you might maybe you get sent back because of an unlucky torpedo. That's it. But you can still, even if you're worried about that, then you can see the fleet I'm using is 4 destroyers, 2 light cruisers. However, the only restrictions is that no submarines and no carriers unless you want to go to another node. The only other restriction is, you know, ship lock into E1 and E2 alone. So since E2 is combined fleet. So anything you might use in E2 you can use in E1. So you could use a heavy cruiser, a battleship, an aviation battleship, an aviation heavy cruiser, aviation. Just, you know. So you could make things easier and stuff. There's really, unless you're, you know, really turn a research or some sort of pride, you can do that. You only remember, you need 2 destroyers. One of them will be Kikusuki. So you need 1 other destroyer and 1 light cruiser. You can see I'm not using any of my super elites. They're all pretty high level except Isokaze. But you know, I'm using her because she's awesome. I mean, there are other. I do have other high level destroyers. And here we have to destroy him. Simple boss. We've seen her before. She has her stats, I believe. Let me check. Or well, before her final form, when on the final kill, you can see she has 150 HP. She has 100 armor, 59 firepower, 90 torpedo, 60 anti-air, which doesn't really matter. Fast speed, short range, just the destroyer. 70 Luxo, lots of cut-ins. Doesn't say evasion or anything else. No aircraft. She has cut-in equipment with using 2 main guns and a torpedo. And yeah, you know, she hurts. She has the potential to hurt. So this is my first time making it a boss on this, you know, second sortie. And also this video is a bit shorter than I usually do it. This time I'm trying to, you know, make videos shorter than I usually do, and because you know, in the past it's just been super long videos for no reason. So she hurts when she cuts in, which you're about to see. Which is, but it's not really this video, you know. Now you remember when I talked about bringing in the heavy cruiser or aviation battleship? It might be a good idea to bring them along just to just as insurance. After this, I believe, yeah, I brought along a heavy cruiser, a German one, Transeisen, Origin, Eisen, German, Heinz, Ral. So yeah, she's you know, one of my top heavy cruisers, but at the same time she's not the top of top. So I'm fine. I feel I'm fine with using her for here and E2 probably. And I do have aviation cruisers and a lot more heavy cruisers than entire. I have Maya, Shokai, Ashigara, Nachi, Aguro, Yoko, Kako. So those cruisers, you know, I got ready for them. Of course, you know, in hindsight, probably been a better idea. It probably would have also been a better, or maybe I would say better idea to first have brought along a battleship instead of a heavy cruiser, because having a second shelling phase is pretty useful. Because I mean, you're gonna be using battleship anyway in E2. You're probably gonna be using heavy cruiser in E2 anyways, but still. Of course, if you need to save resources and you don't want to use a battleship, heavy cruiser is the next best choice. There may be other choices as well, but you know, that's why I would recommend. So, you know, I skipped over. You know, repeat every other kill, no problem. Final kill, however, we get these red destroyers, which is not good. I'm trying to, and she also has a stronger form, which is, you know, more HP, more everything, pretty much. I don't think they don't really have stats on them yet, as far as I can see, unfortunately. But yeah, they can be tough to deal with. And usually my destroyers, they are capable of, you know, one-shotting the other, you know, new type, or you know, the newer destroyers. But the red ones, though, those are a bit of a pain to deal with. Even Kikisuki can hit you with them. There was a night battle. But yeah, you can see here, you know, even a heavy cruiser is not perfect insurance, especially when she doesn't attack the boss. So his reasons, and you know, it'd be easy to, you know, kill them during the day, so you don't have to worry about them later. So what did I do? Well, I decided to bring along an aviation battleship. It's the age of aviation battleships. Save Hilga potentially for later. I don't know if I need to use one, but I rather save Hilga because she's, you know, 80 something. But yeah. And it also helps that with an aviation cruiser you get air superiority, so your light cruiser have the potential to and a heavy cruiser potential to artillery spotting. So you can see, you know, we're killing them. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill now. No problem. Also, you can see, you know, Isa's not doing that well, but you know, I'll be showing you the equipment I have on them afterwards. Not much to really say. Start talking about E2, which is combined fleet to the Solomon Sea, which I haven't done yet. Yeah, well, it's the return of the light cruiser demon. Only, I don't know. The wiki I'm using uses English. Well, using a translate doesn't really matter, but you know, only demon. You can both be localized as the same thing. So it's Naka, Sunk Naka, you know, or maybe, you know what I mean though. One that was a pain to deal with in the past. Last time she appeared on, like, I believe it was the final map. She appeared in the one of the first nodes, and she hurts. She survived to do the torpedo attack. So E1's over. E2 is a combined fleet. Not really much to say. You can go carrier fleet, seems potential, surface fleet is also a potential. Not much to say. I think I personally would choose surface fleet. Mainly because I can just throw battleships at them. Actually, then again, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. I think I would. Because of the, which I haven't talked about, but the new aircraft system where now the pilots or ferries gain XP. And they're all shot down, you know, just reset to 0. And new equipment that I don't know what it does yet, unfortunately. But yeah, E1. E1, no problem. Did throw a bit of insurance at the end. But yeah, what we got, you can see here on hard, we got, you know, the Ilaco, 2 reinforcement expansions, 4 combat rations. That's about it. So you can see here, I'm trying a new format, put in how much research I use, and then the equipment maxed out on 12cm cannons, 12.7. He says using the German Kai guns. Everyone else is, you know, light cruiser using those. Not much reason to explain anything. You can see the XP on the Night Scout right there. Resource, you can clearly see I gained everything, but it doesn't really matter because it's almost all maxed out anyways, and I got 3 buckets. Could have used less if I was, you know, not rushing. Yeah, like always, if you take it slow on the early maps, you can gain a lot of resources. I'll see you guys for E2 whenever I finish that thing. I'm not sure how hard that would be, but I've heard that it looks really tough. I hope I see you guys. I hope to be seeing an E7 video for myself. And I'll see you guys for E2. See you guys then. Good night.